It is like a fucking mess. Today I woke up. I woke up late. So I wake up in the middle of the night and I'm still like having this horrible period. Like it's like it just like drips. I'm talking about the period just drips. So finally I get to this point of doing shit I've never done before. Like I've never actually put a towel down and just let the shit drip. If I don't do this, if I didn't do what I did last night, I would have had to wake up 2 or 3 times in the middle of the night to just like change the pad or change my underwear, all this different stuff. So last night, I just I just did it. And I'm just like, I don't know how to feel. It was like my first time doing this. But I'm in this room by myself. And so what I did was I just took a towel, just laid it on the bed, and just let that shit drip. Guess what? It was less blood on the towel than it's been before. And I'm talking about, like I said, it just pulls up like a pool of just like liquidy liquid. It just pours out in random points during the night. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like any other time I check my pad, it's just like nothing is in there. So I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Like what the hell is it? And I know sometimes the pads don't always like soak up the blood, and so it's like, do I put like peroxide or something on there, or what do I do? Is this cool enough for me to like? So that's been my problem. It's just like today, I'm tired. I was like so distraught yesterday, and then this is how my life goes. I'm already in the middle of some bullshit, and then I have to go on with my life. And so I'm already in the middle of just not of like deep feelings and not being helped and all this different stuff. And out of nowhere, this period pulls up and the blood has to pour out, right? And I'm just like, what else do I do? Like, what the fuck else do I do? Because I've never had a period like this. Like, this is my first time. I've had a period where my period has stopped. I've never had a period where my period has been, I'm talking about y'all, since January 1st. I've had a period since January 1st. Remember, I was praying to Oshun for a period. Now I got a period, and I've had it since January 1st. So that's it. So I've been spotting the whole time, and that's it. And so it was a roommate of mine that used to be like that, Keisha. Keisha said she always had a period too. So I'm just like, when I look at this, I'm like, I do not need to be in somebody else's sins. Or like you gotta put me through something somebody else went through. You don't have to put anybody through anything. And so I don't know. Last night, y'all, it's just like, what else do I do? And I think I'll do the same thing tonight. I'll just take my underwear off and just sleep there and let the blood just run out as it may. Like I'm so serious. Like I actually got a good night's sleep. I woke up at like 8:44 because I didn't have to wake up every time I felt blood running out, running out of myself. So I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. I think that's the best solution. It's something I've never done, but I'm talking about I slept like a fucking baby. So this morning too, they talked about how Mark was crazy and how Mark has been stalking me since he stole the letter. And so when they were talking, when Trump was asking Obama for his birth certificate, he was really asking me about my birth certificate because Mark gave me my birth certificate back, but he didn't give me back the letter. You see what I'm saying? So it came in this envelope. I was telling my dad to just sign my birth certificate for me, and send it back. And so Mark took it as if I guess he did. Mark don't know the story. You see what I'm saying? So when he took the letter, I was just telling him all the stuff that I would say about him. Like he was like this great dad and all this different stuff. And he really never did anything for me for real, like except for the trips. Like we really don't know each other. So I guess if somebody met my dad, they'd be like, this not a deadbeat. You understand what I'm saying? Because my dad not a deadbeat for real. My dad a good dad. So for me, he's a good dad. For y'all, he might not be. But for me, my temperament, my style, my everything, he's a good dad. So that's why it's like, why would these people still be in my business? That's why. So they were like, Mark probably had so much to do with this stuff. Talking about Tyler Perry wanted the story because he didn't have a script or something. And that's how they gave him that stuff. And it's like, Then the guy who played Antoine Fisher, that's for my cousin Terrell. So I'm pretty sure if Terrell wrote out his timeline of everything that happened to him too, he'll get the same thing. Same thing with Nikki. She'll probably have a timeline too. Um, what else can I say? Because her boyfriend would try to beat her. I gotta get the salt. Oh, actually, I can get the ghee. Maybe get the ghee. Hit you with the ghee. Hit you with the ghee. Oh, I'm so tired. So, oh God, I was like, what happened? They like separated. Are you serious? What else? So last night I went to this place. Y'all, why this person mess up my picture? So it's a stalker, right? And like I said, he'll change like links different to different writing things because I think he's trying to use me too, right? And he doesn't know why. So when I'm looking at this stuff, I'm just like, I don't have to use that much. I'm just like, he tried to get over last night. Y'all see what I'm saying? So like when I show y'all, it's like a picture of me and I had on what I have on. I took the picture. Did I have on a hat? I don't know if I had on a hat or a scarf. But anyway, something doesn't look right about the picture. Like it's not my picture. So all the people that were in the class, I went and checked it myself to see if all the people were in the class. And I didn't take a picture myself. Something told me to take a picture too. So I really wanted to. Let me get some salt. I just don't feel right about this ghee by itself. So I really wanted to like take a picture myself too so I could see what it was. But I've never seen these people in this class with me at all. So the person, I was like, maybe they like did this. So look, this is supposed to be, this right here is supposed to be me. Look at the person, y'all. That is not me. That is fucking not me. Like that's not me at all. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know. I don't think that's me. I look like, it looks like my smile is like crooked and I have like you see, like I have a straight smile. Like it doesn't, like it looks like my smile is like this. Y'all see what I'm saying? It's like, and my smile is like this. So who the fuck is the person? You see what I'm saying? Like it's like, I should have did something crazy. Next time somebody does some shit, I'm doing something crazy. Now y'all see I have. Oh my god, I look like a little Dan Anderson. Look at my hair. I look like Dan. So I'm thinking this motherfucker is like trying to put classes together or put conference together, like we all writing together. I'm not writing with anybody. They are stalking me. So I told y'all all that stuff that happened this morning because that person was writing all the stuff down. They were also writing down that I was a he yesterday. So I was leaving out the door and they was like, he is looking for something before he goes. And it was me. They were like, just writing shit about me. And it was me. Mm, mm. Hit you with the ghee. This is a turmeric ghee. And like I said, it tastes like it's vanilla, but it's something else. Mm. The oat milk always coagulates. Oh my God. So today I'm going to just read you guys like some of the stuff that I really like. Some of the things I really liked. Out of this zinging, it's not all by me. I taste the turmeric. It's not all by me. Some of it is by... I only got one thing. Okay, look, these are just people I had to take this class with. They are so fucking awesome. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They are like great writers. I'm happy it's online. I probably would try to take the class. If I had a car, I would probably try to take it in person and on the bus too. Like I take the classes, but it's too early. It's like 12 o'clock. After I get through with this show, I'm just so slow now. Like it takes me forever to get ready because of my legs. So like yesterday, it's almost like toxins came out of my body. Okay, so this is the first one. It's on page 3. It's by Emily Road. I think I'm gonna just read 5 of them. Okay, and they had to make a new definition for a word. This is like so cute. So the word is, of course, I was just like, when she said draw, that was it. She had me a draw. It's a verb. Sword gun or some unlikely weapon pulled from its place. Arrest. Blinking against the harsh overhead light or the shine of the moon. Number 2. An extension of one's body gliding, flicking, or thrashing across some kind of canvas. Lines, however neat, forged in a fit, aching to lie in making and mistakes. I love it. Number 3. Kisses on cheeks, huddles around the kitchen table, are other sources of warmth. A handful of flowers passed across the threshold, a coming together among cutting pain or bursting joys. I just love it. Like how people draw together. That is like so... Y'all, I'm talking about for real. These people are just great. I'm not lying. What's another one I liked? Again, mine is here. Mine is on page 7, The Queen of Dreams and Snow. I really like mine. Oh, let's do this. Some Christmas wish book. This is by Paul Milligan. December 1st. Mom, where's my Cardinal jersey? It's in your top left drawer where it's always been, honey. Look there. He was always losing things, misplacing his stuff. I wish he was more careful. Money doesn't grow on trees, especially since his father's gone. She heard the school bus come and go and then started on her daily chores. First on the list was get rid of the box from her mother's attic. On top was a Sears toy catalog. It was quite old. She slowly fanned through the pages, pausing on toys she loved from the past. But there on page 120 was a baseball glove, just like the one her son had wanted. It was close to Christmas, and she did not know when she would be able to get out to buy one. She looked on the back, and there was a 7-digit phone number. On a wild whim, she decided to call it. To her surprise, someone answered the phone. Sears Wish Fulfillment Center. How can I help you? Said a sweet older voice. Oh my, oh my, she thought, speechless at first. Can I still order toys here? Yes, the woman responded. But this catalog is from 1969. Yes, it is, but as long as people's memories are vivid and real, we will still be here. Can I get this baseball glove for my son on page 120? Of course you can. What is his name? Timothy. How old is he? 14. Why? We'd like to add him to our birthday club. When is it? Well, March 11th, 1954. A few minutes later, the 90-year-old woman's knees creaked as she slowly climbed her stairs and opened the door to a musty and dusty room. On the dresser and wall were pictures of a 14-year-old boy and of all his playthings, untouched since 1969. Y'all, I was like, are you fucking kidding me? He wrote this in 20 minutes. He wrote this. I love it. I love it. Are you fucking kidding me? This is some good shit. I'm not joking. Listen to this one. This is the one that got me. Ashes and Dust by Jane Cross. Ashes to ashes, the ministering tones as we stand at the gravesite. This woeful morning, I want to run amok through the stone markers, but that sort of drama will certainly be frowned upon by the other mourners. Wringing of my hands is also not on the approved list of responses to this tragedy. One must be composed and graceful in the Christian burial tradition. Head down, silence, or at best murmuring softly aloud. I've heard of ceremonies in other cultures where the women tear their clothing, shout and sing loud lamentations, often in semi-screams and scales and notes not known in the Western liturgy. Today I wish to be there in that other world. I'm offended by the sun warm on my skin, by the early spring trees blooming on the hillsides. The sky should be dark and heavy with clouds. All plant life should be thorny and ugly. Dust to dust, the minister vows. I fall to greet at the feet of my fellow mourners as they drop their handfuls of dirt into the grave, unsure if I will ever be whole again. So this is a white woman who is like really writing about how I think it's how black people are at funerals. Like they fall over on the casket and all the different stuff. And it's like she wants to do that. She just wants to break down and she can't. Do y'all understand? Like, and it's like in this moment, this is all going through her mind while the preacher says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I was like, girl, that's cold as fuck. Do you hear me? All of that is going through her head. Wow. Oh, this is another one. Salt Blood. This is by Regine Erber. Oh, I love this so much. It makes me think of Jamaica or like living by the water, like maybe in Maine or, somewhere where it's water. Isn't there water in Pennsylvania or something like that? Pittsburgh, I don't know. Let me bite and drink and then I'll read it. These are so fucking good. I was just like, I was amazed. Everybody that got up and read was like so good. And the whole time, the man that was stalking me, let me show y'all the stalker. Look how he almost looked like Brandon. Anybody else that know? Look at him. This the stalker. This the one that got our stuff. He got something about me. That's the stalker. And the whole time, I don't think because he brought his own writing. I don't think his stuff is in this book, so he didn't even have to be there. So when we took the picture, they were like, no, you don't need to be in this picture because your name, y'all, I was like, I just leaned against the fucking wall. Every time I write something in class, he'll try to write the same thing I wrote. So that's when I started leaving the class. I stopped reading in the class too. I did that like 2 or 3 times. Just left the class. As soon as I see them, I get the prompts to leave. I don't even do it. It was so funny. Laura was like, everybody whose poem is in this book, we're gonna take a picture. So come gather around, y'all. You try to get in the picture, they were like, no. He was just standing to the side looking crazy. And now it's one of them in the office. Y'all listen. So that light skinned girl, the one that I think stole my toy, I work in the office. She light skinned. Look, she was like, man, what if we just had quotes? Like that's all she do is asking these questions. So she said, what if we just had quotes? Like I used to always like take down quotes and stuff, y'all. I made a card of quotes because I love quotes. So she was like, and then every time you guys say something, I just hit you with the quote. Wouldn't that be annoying? And they were like, so Veronica started laughing. She's like, it would be annoying. Look, y'all, the girl, I'm sitting in a chair. She looking out. It's a partition. So she looking out at the partition and saying all this stuff like while she trying to see if I can hear her. You see what I'm saying? She's like looking back trying to see if I can hear her. And I was just like, y'all crazy. Like y'all know how long ago it was. Like that was when I went. That's what all the shit that Tabitha Brown stole. So like I used to have like I said, it was just like a ring of like these price tag cards or whatever. They were like brown. They were so cool. So like they cut them like a pentagon or whatever, and I just write the quotes on the price tag part. And so that was it. I wrote them front and backwards, and I put them on a hemp string. So that was in all the stuff that um that was along with all the stuff that Tabitha Brown would have used for this stuff that she like the lemon tree and the earrings and all this stuff. So the quotes were a part of that too. Now y'all see like my whole culture from my apartment. They just stole it and gave it to Tabitha, and then they wanted Tabitha to be me. Every time I would do something different, one of them was just show up at like interview or at the place I am and just start asking me evil questions like, what are you doing here? Why would you do that? And then what would you do that for? What is this for? Why would you change jobs? You can't keep a job. Did you fuck your boyfriend all the time? I'm talking about y'all. This is the shit they really be asking me. Did you sleep with this person all the time? Did you do this with your wife? Do you live with a man or do you live with a roommate? Y'all, I'm talking about every fucking time. And it's like, what is the interrogation for? They didn't have any business. They have no reason to follow me. This has been my life. Does everybody else have a life like that? When you try to get away, do cars follow you down the street and try to put you in the psych ward so they can keep you somewhere? Because they can't take you to the police station. Do they kidnap your kids every time you try to get away from them? Do they fuck with your family and try to make them make shows for them too? Are you guys, we don't have a regular life. That means you have to pay us and go to jail. Okay, here we go. Salt Blood by Regine Urbar. They say when you're born on the islands, the salt doesn't just coat your skin. This is, yeah, I'm sorry, I love it. It runs in your blood. The babies born here are taken to the water within hours of their first scream. Touches deep into the waves. Toes dipped into the waves, salt water dripped from their hair, and sacred words spoken over them, connecting them forever to the sea, the fish, and this place. My mother said when I took my first breath, I did not cry. My eyes were open, wide, and searching. When my father dipped my toes into the waves, dripped the salt into my hair from his callous hands, my eyes finally shut and I slept. My mother says I was born for this place, and of this place, the salt runs thick in my blood. I have no other memories before those on the boats. The long boat with my father that cut through the surf past the reefs to where the fish dance. My father would stand tall and proud. His face never smiled, but his eyes danced with delight. He too was born of this place with his dark hair and coconut skin. His hands were as attuned with his boat as with his body, pulling on ropes and steering us to always ride with the water and the wind. Y'all, she looks like the writer. The fish to celebrate the ocean. We dance to celebrate the fish. Your Uncle Ani dances because he is drunk. My Uncle Ani and his three sons, my cousins separated only by a year apiece, are intertwined with those early memories. We were on the boats before we could walk. I now watch how they teach the children to flip onto their backs in the shallows. Mothers carefully blowing in their baby's face before she dips them under the and releases them to turn themselves over for air. I know my mother did this to me and my sisters, as all mothers have done to their children who are born of the island. You will always remember to find the sky and the air, she would tell them. It might not help you find your sandals, but nothing may help you with that. Unlike my father, my mother laughed loudly and proud, filling our small home with the ringing of her joy. My sisters and I used to say mother laughed for the both of them, and that is why they married. They needed each other. This place I grew up, this place I learned to tie knots that brought our food home to us was my entire world. There was nothing else but our island, our village, our families danced together for the fish. I thought the entire world rode the waves and fished to eat and danced with the sun, with the stars until the month before my 15th year, the year before I became a man and the time strangers came. It is like, and this is a girl who wrote it. Y'all, I love it. I just love it. And it is just like the best thing. I don't know. I just love the fact that she lived on an island. It was her sisters, all this different stuff. It was just like, oh my God, salt blood. I love it. Trying to find another one that I like. I guess it's mine. I'll just read mine again. And it's the last one. Queen of Dreams and Snow. Hush now, it needs to be quiet so that the snow can fall heavy but light. The angels will be awakened tomorrow without their wings, and they shall lay in the white cold sand in thick garments to hinder their shivers. They will smile with teeth that match the white of the day and the white in their eyes. They must come out when it is dark so they can spy all the creatures that the snow hides. Like white rabbits jumping to dig for the highest grass, white owls reaching their feet out to catch the dark prey that needed to dig for a quick snack. The people that make tracks before the snow, but are sometimes left there for other feet to match the steps of the snowfall's tone. We gather quietly so as to not disturb them during a moonlight rest. We cast spells of great days with hot cocoa and movies, times to cuddle and listen to stories, other times of shadow puppets that are easy to make but hard to keep in the silhouette and the light. Times of questions and answers that will be the most lasting memory. We get to spy on our joy and offer it to others in the form of color and happiness as their eyes stay closed in their thoughts of great slumber, while their faces gleam with the moonlight hitting their forehead and cheeks. They can't hear, but they see all that could happen and not disappear. Their own movie in the making that they will long to remember and tell the tale. So come now, run softly with your boots on. Tie the strings tight so they don't clump against the floor. If you want to sing loudly, hum or slice the strings of your violin. You have to stay and watch me as I show you how to use with gold, and I will stand and watch you as you learn to spin your. Y'all, that is actually what we do. That's what I teach my sisters and my son. And I was trying to teach my nieces and nephews. It's like we have to offer goodness to the world, or the goodness will cease to exist. You have to show a hater how not to hate. That's why they always say, you can't be mad all the time. You like actually gotta show your enemy who God is. And that's it. You just show them who God is. You show them their way to God. It's not something you have to do through the church. So that's something that we do. And that's something I always do. I always just try to get them in a bit of night so we can laugh and talk and be friends. Have fun. You see what I'm saying? Dance if we have to. Yell out and scream. But by all means, we get to be ourselves. And so I've never told my sisters to go and be Kim, or I've never told my sisters to go be Courtney or anything like that. I pick them up in the car and we go and have a good time. I wake my son up and we sneak off to Denny's in the middle of the night. And nobody's there to tell us that we sneaking. It's just that's what we do. And we laugh and we talk and I get to know who they are. And so it's like nobody has to control that be there. And nobody has to tell us, because whatever blessings that we want for the world, we give it to the world. Like we can't really like get, but the world has to bless us back too. You see what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a 360. What do I get back? Like, I'm not joking. I'm not selfish, but at the same time, why keep taking from me and leaving me dehydrated and needed instead, and like acting like it's yours, and whenever you get it, it stops. So it's almost like y'all went off the 360 and you just stopped it. So you just frayed the entire circle. And it's like, well, the entire circle is frayed. How do you fix it? Do you bring it back, or what do you do? What are you guys doing? What are you doing? And that's it. Like, it's just like I told you, it's like you came and took a rib and I didn't give it to you. I didn't give it to you. I don't know you. I can't give it to you if I don't know you. So stop fucking following me when you think I got away. Because I'm supposed to get away. Regular people, normal people get away. I'm a normal person. I can get away. You have no right to hold me anywhere. I can actually fucking get away. So leave me and my fucking family alone. Like, we can actually get away. Leave my money alone. We can actually get away. We can actually build wealth and everything else. We do not need to be held hostage because we can get away. Because this is supposed to be the land of freedom. And nobody gave you right to take it away from me. Nobody. Fuck off. I hope your dicks fall off and your pussy gets cancerous growths. Have a great day.